I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Hi, I'm Luke Ryan for JoBlo.com and welcome to Top 5 Movie Mistakes. Whether it's Casablanca or Jack and Jill, in every movie, somewhere along the way, someone has screwed up. We've already covered the Fast and the Furious franchise in a previous video, highlighting some of the most unbelievable mistakes in the series to date, so how does the recent 8th installment fare? Taking out physics-defying moments such as the fact that a submarine cannot go this fast, let alone while icebreaking, we're simply going to have a poke around at some of the sillier mistakes in an already silly movie, The Fate of the Furious. Or, The Fast and the Furious 8? Furious 8? Too late, too furious? Well, whatever it's called, let's dive in and take a look at the top 5 movie mistakes. Number 5. In one of the film's many twists, Vin Diesel's Dom discovers that he has a son. Now we'll wave off the fact that the timeline on this is a little bit hazy and just concentrate on the understandable emotions that Dom is going through at this discovery, especially given the fact that his son and the mother of his child are being held captive. His eyes well up, and that textbook movie trope, the single teardrop, rolls down his cheek. Yet as soon as Dom turns around, not only is his face free of tears, his eyes have instantly dried up too. But this could very well be one of the side effects of being as manly as Vin Diesel. Instant de-emotioning to maintain his image at all times. Number 4. In the big New York set piece, we see a limousine getting trapped by a cascade of cars falling out of a building, in a fashion that seems to symbolize the waterfall of money that Universal has made from this car-centric franchise that'll be sure to keep flowing and okay, maybe I'm looking too much into it. So, the limousine. It gets surrounded by the falling carnage of steel and rubber before explosions start to ripple through the wreckage. But did you spot the mistake? If you look closely, an explosion erupts from underneath the limo. And yet, in every subsequent shot, the fire that burst into life below the limousine has miraculously gone out instantaneously. Number 3. When Dom and Cypher attack Mr. Nobody's base, they blow the steel door clean off its hinges.
This is interesting. Why? Because that's here.
And yet, when we cut back to the empty door frame, the hinges are back on again. It's a blink and you'll miss it moment admittedly, but when the door was blown off, you can definitely see that the hinges were initially ripped off too. Number 2. In the opening scene of the film where Dom and Letty are on their honeymoon, they're confronted by a local racer. Take note of the extra behind this guy in the shades. As the conversation continues and we cut back, he's instantly now behind a bunch of other extras. You gotta give the guy credit though, he's still trying to poke his head into the movie. But, sadly, by the next shot, he's gone. No trace of him whatsoever. Then there's the extras behind Letty, let's take a look at them. Where did that guy come from? I mean, let's look at how long that shot cutting away from Letty was. That's not even a full, complete 2 seconds, and this dude just mysteriously appears out of thin air. There's lots of changing and shifting of positions with the extras in this scene, and it just boggles my mind that they couldn't just, get everyone to keep still. Number 1, carrying on from that opening scene, the movie kicks off with an old school Fast and Furious street race, which, frankly, as an aside, felt like a breath of fresh air amidst the more outlandish action set pieces the series has become dependent on. After winning the race, and in reverse of course, Dom rolls out of his flaming car which cannons off the street into the ocean. He hits the pavement, without a scratch obviously, but when we cut back, he's now getting to his feet from the road. Maybe we just saw it wrong. Let's take another look.
Oh no! Look out!
Yeah, there he is, on the pavement, and here he is, rising on the road. How did this happen? But more importantly, does it even matter in movies like this? That one little gesture from Dom just sums it all up. Yeah, we can have The Rock foot surfing on ice and hand guiding a missile into a truck, and yeah, he can be suddenly missing from where he was just stood, but does it matter? The coordinates listed on screen for Luke Hobbs' girls' soccer team he coaches actually lead you right to the Universal Studios theme park in Hollywood, but does it matter? Ultimately, you either enjoy these movies or you don't, and movie mistakes aren't going to change your opinion one way or the other. But the Fast and the Furious films are always overstuffed with them, and we'll always continue to point them out right here on Top 5 Movie Mistakes. Because, why not?